已经先介绍这个频道了，全都听过 English。
然后就翻译机这边可以先借了。每个来，谢谢哦，来常备带位哦，
谢谢。
先接上，再开机，再分享。
这里面。
电厂就会再转强，到时候会在这个电站。所以媒体。
如果要先借翻译机的。Oh, here you are. Not show your badge.
No, sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry. 那就看。
这些的中文就好了，中文就可以了。中文就，因为他们都有这个麦，这个翻译。这几位都是全球120。
我们请在座的所有贵宾还有媒体朋友们能够尽速的入席就座。Distinguished guests, mayors and delegates from around the world, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 Smart City Mayor Summit in Taipei. 各位长官、各位贵宾，欢迎莅临2018智慧城市首长高峰会。The Mayor Summit this year gathers city mayors, delegates, and world-leading tech companies from home and abroad to discuss solutions and best practices in creating smart and livable cities. 首先，我们来请到的是产业观点的致辞。The first session today will explore technology industry's perspectives on smart cities. 我们首先以热烈掌声欢迎台北市林清荣副市长为我们说几句话。Let's welcome Deputy Mayor of Taipei, Charles Lang.
各位来自世界各地的市长团队以及产业界的领袖，以及现场的来宾，各位午安，我是林清荣副市长啊。首先代表主办单位台北市政府热烈的欢迎诸位。那么尤其是今天跟我们的共同的承办的这个主办的单位童子贤童理事长都在这儿，所以呢台北展开双手欢迎各位到台北来，欢迎。那么今年度在台北所举办的这个智慧城市展领高峰会，已然超过以往。那么合计起来有33个国家、120个城市首长们的组团参加，并有50几个国际的这个企业团队，将近500多人，那么来参访本次的展览。那么这一次的展览的规模大概超过1050个摊位，除了台湾的15个城市参加的主题馆之外，还有12个国家的城市主题馆都分别在这一次的台北展出了。那么展期呢，同时是会举办高峰会议，从今天的下午一直到明天。那么合计也有63场的专业的论坛，这样的一个规模涵盖到医疗、交通、教育等等专业。同时在4天的预估了，我个人推估了，将会有10万多个人次来参加。那么这一次的这个会展呢，应该是台湾有史以来最大的一次的经济的规模的会展，也可以说是今天总统蔡英文女士也有声明，她应该也是全亚洲，那么我个人推估了，也应该是全世界最大的智慧城市的会展。那么今天很特别的是，在这一次里面，台北市倡议来主张呢，来成立全球智慧城市的联盟，也就是所谓的 Global Organization of Smart City，what we call as Go Smart。这样的一个国际组织的倡议呢，也经过台北市提议之后，非常谢谢台北的其他的5都、台湾的其他5都都愿意加入，同时很多的产业界也都分别支持。同时，我们也号召到欧洲、亚洲、美洲、大洋洲14个海外的城市，也即将在明天正式的签署倡议，透过这个平台，其能够结合全球的城市，那么产业的社群，打造全球的智慧城市的交流平台跟网络。Go Smart 也将应用创新的模式，带动产业跟企业以及各个国际城市的更进步的合作网络跟产业链接。台北市从2005年以来，柯文哲市长，待会柯市长会做开幕致辞。3年来推动的这个智慧城市里面也有阶段性的成果，在这里也包含了在美国的商业内部评比中，台北市是全球25个高科技城市里面的第6名。同时，台北市也得到了 世界智慧城市的这个运输大会里面 ITS 的评比，在2017年亚太地区地方政府成就奖。另外，在莫斯科，去年我也代表市政府在 WeGo 的组织里面得到合作城市类的唯一金石奖。台北市政府成就智慧城市、推动智慧城市有3个支柱。那么这个支柱是市长特别强调，政府是关键的平台，由公而私推展出去。第二个 Pillar 最关键是整个城市就是最重要的 Living Lab。第3个创新是台北的 DNA。因此呢，我们在这样的一个政策指导之下，推动5+N 的面向，也就是说，智慧城市里面包含了公共住宅、公共的交通、智慧的医疗、智慧的教育跟智慧的金融5个面向，全面进行台北市政府公共服务的升级跟投资。也就是说，台北市政府自身也是智慧城市产业的投资者，也是受益者。那么因此加上开放的这个创新态度呢，台北市已然成为整个城市作为智慧城市示范的关键性的场域。换言之，我在这里也宣布，柯市长是希望台北市愿意，也希望成为智慧城市方案全球的平台，不只是帮助我台北市政府，也成为全球各个城市要进智慧城市发展的关键的枢纽。在此呢，台北市智慧城市已经包含了公共住宅，各位请可以看12000户。今天早上蔡英文总统也在询问，他的致辞里面也特别称赞台北市、新北市运用高科技的运用到这个智慧城市，高贵而不贵。那么这个地方呢，是我们的进行。智慧交通的部分，这是3U， 共享、绿能、智慧是我们的服务系统，已经从 Bike 到 Moto 一直到 U-Car。不只是如此，台北市也创建了全球最大的智慧车站。所以明天、后天，我也会带着各位市长到我们的台北智慧车站，全世界最大暗场的车站。那么这个地方，而且自动驾驶的公共服务系统，台北积极努力，也即将及早上路，跟台湾的中央政府合作，透过创新条例的这个进行。柯市长又是一个医师，特别希望在智慧医疗里面快速的，不是走高端的医疗，是走社区的医疗。是够台北市每一年也投资1亿到2亿的经费做智慧医疗的建设服务。另外，在我们里面智慧教育，我们特别很自傲的智慧教育也是台北市的强项。在智慧教育里面，包括智慧校园、智慧应用以及智慧网络，甚至是云端学校都有了积极的进展。智慧支付我们虽然比较慢，但是也是台北市政府目前积极布设的发展。总而言之，台北市鼓励 AR、VR、IoT、FinTech、even AI 新技术的发展，城市必须积极打造创新基地，作为孵化器跟加速器。在柯市长的要求里面，台北市政府 commit 自己每一年至少创造2到3个创新基地，使得智慧科技应用跟青年的创业、产业的投资合作在一起。最终，我的引言里面要特别说明，智慧城市是全球各城市都市发展的必然趋势，但是如何让创意的创新方案导入于政府公共服务跟基盘建设，以满足民众的需求？我的问话也相信是所有120位来自于全球的市长们，你到台北来，你想要问的问题，也就是第一个问题。接着我要问的第二个问题，又如何能够让城市以公私协力的方法，结合产业、结合官、结合学、结合研各界资源力量？这需要对策，这需要典范。所以台北市很愿意透过智慧城市的高峰会议里面，以及接下来的开幕仪式，以及接下来我下午还会主持2场的市长的高峰会议之后，我们能够分享我们的看法，也彼此每一位城市的首长都会分享你们目前在做的一些积极性的对策。我们需要学习，我们需要交流。今天这位城市高峰会的开幕，我们非常荣幸邀请到台北市柯文哲市长以及台湾 ICT 通信业界的领袖，待会我们会请我们一一介绍。所以我是不是也热烈来跟代表这个市府跟主办单位来分别介绍以下几位领导的这个产业界人士来跟各位说明。首先，是不是我们热烈掌声欢迎柯文哲市长？
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Benjico, Mayor of Taipei City. This year, there are many distinguished guests from Taiwan and abroad who traveled a long distance to attend the 2018 Taipei Smart City Summit and Expo. On behalf of the citizens of Taipei City, I would like to express my host's sincere welcome and gratitude for your participation. The development of smart city is a major trend for cities around the world. It is also an area which the public sector places a high priority upon. Taipei City is no exception, even if the city itself already possesses a solid foundation in terms of ICT technology. In addition to introducing smart technology into city governance and the realization of smart city lifestyle, the city government also hopes to provide smart public service through the deployment and the strengthening of smart city-related infrastructure. To realize the smart city vision, Taipei City government focuses on the 5 key areas, which include smart transportation, smart public housing, smart healthcare, smart education, and the smart payment. We seek to develop closer partnership among the government and the private sectors through the concept and the principle of government as a platform and the city as a living down mechanism. The city government proactively takes on the role of a resource integration platform among industry, governments, and academia. Through the strategy of from the inside to the outside, and from the public sector to the private sector, the government is kept opening up experimental fields and the trial projects for autonomous vehicles, smart parking, smart street lighting, and the Taipei City Hospital as demo sites. This will ensure that different kinds of innovative applications can be fully tested and examined, realizing the vision and the strategy of starting up in Taipei and expanding into other cities of Taiwan and further onto the international stage. Taipei City possesses a great environment and meets numerous technology requirements for developing a smart city. We will be more than happy to share our successful experience and the methods of application. In addition, we believe that the local governments can participate in plans and the projects proposed by the central government. Local governments can also provide experimental sites and the living lab for POC, where successful cases can be used as example of application, encouraging the industry to develop and work on innovations, even to export projects overseas. As for Taipei City, it has access to a rich pool of industry resources, international talents, and multiple channels for promotion. Not only can we implement tests and trials for different types of innovative applications, we can also achieve the goal of using from public to private and from the inside to outside approach in this field to realize the vision of starting up in Taipei and expanding onto the international stage. The Smart City initiative is capable of creating a win-win scenario not only for the city, but also for the industry, the whole country, and the general public. We sincerely welcome all walks of life in industry and academia, as well as all cities around the world, to collaborate with Taipei City, turning smart city from a concept into a reality, which will be integrated into citizens' life and create new vitality for the city. At last, but not least, welcome everyone visit Taiwan more times in the future. Please stay one more day with one more family member and all friends. And most importantly, please spend more money, okay? Because it's my job to
谢谢市长，前科市长先行回座。谢谢市长的致辞。我们接下来热烈掌声欢迎到中华电信 郑优董事长。Please help me welcome David Chang, Chairman of Chunghwa Telecom.
我们台北市柯市长，林副市长，我们这个在座各位我们自动性产业各位先进，还有来自全世界各地各大城市的这个国际友人以及各位媒体朋友，大家午安。今天很荣幸来参与第5届这个智慧城市展、智慧城市首长高峰会产业观点论坛。中华电信呢，对于物联网的整合以及智慧城市建设的推广，向来不遗余力。那我们中华电信今年策略重点放在这个数位科技创新局领航数位经济。那我们的重点工作呢，是要打造物联网、AI、人工智慧、物联网 IoT、人工智慧 AI、大数据、虚拟实境、自驾车等5大产业的生态链。那如何将智慧城市的水平垂直产业整合，是真正实现智慧城市的关键，也是中华电信持续努力的一个方向。那么，中华电信凭借超过10年的物联网领域的经验，于去年年底呢，推出 IoT 大平台，以产业垂直合作发展智慧农业、智慧工业，还有这个智慧交通，利用物联网呢协助国内产业升级。那以 IoT 大平台中的 IEN 智慧路灯及环境监测服务为例，这项服务可自动收集路灯的状况、环境变化资讯，还有搭载摄影机的智慧路灯整合监控设备，成为城市安全的智慧侦测防护哨兵。不仅顾及路灯照明品质及用路人的安全，过去呢也成为新竹市政府还有台北大学呢达成节能减碳的这样的一个成效。那随着大众对环保以及能源匮乏的意识越来越强烈，力能成为一大商机。中华电信响应政府提出2025非核家园的目标，那将力能产业列为5大创新产业主要推动项目之一，全力发展低碳绿能的再生能源，承揽太阳光电、风力发电、沼气发电等等绿电案场的新建工程。此外，中华电信应用资通信还有物联网的专长，开发 IoT 大平台中的 IEN 太阳能平台，目前已经纳管171个发电站，那我们总建置容量呢超过22,380个 kW， 那每案呢每年可节省业主巡检的人力呢6人日，那每年可减少因设备异常所造成的发电量损失达到5% 以上，是台湾绿能发展的一大动力。未来 IoT 平台也将以国内丰富的成功案例，结合国内产业能量，一起进军国际。首波我们将响应政府新南向政策，那么以这个东南亚东协国家为目标，那提供各项服务，以台湾的数位实力让世界看见台湾，同时呢，也借此带动我们国家新经济的成长。那借着 IoT 大平台的建立，打造发展智慧城市相关应用的扎实基础。那我们深切感受中华电信站在一个非常关键的位置。那我们也一定利用这样的一个相关的一些优势，跟国内的这个产业呢携手合作，我们共同进军海外市场。那以上报告谢谢最后呢敬祝各位身体健康， 万事如意，谢谢大家。
谢谢郑董事长，请董事长能够先行回座，谢谢。我们接下来热烈欢迎的是宏基施正荣董事长。Please help me welcome Stan Shi, Chairman of Acer.
Good afternoon. On behalf of one of the founding entrepreneur of the high-tech industry, I'd like to welcome all of you. And in the past 30 years, the ICT high-tech industry really make IT become so popular, a good contribution to the global society. But the hardware today actually not only there are many players, also they have a very limited value added, but still is a foundation for the future application, especially in the smart city. And I believe the smart city is a good platform for transformation for many ICT companies, especially to Taiwan. Taiwan is not only have a capability of AI, B is big data, and C is cloud, but most important is the device. When you like to do IoT, you need an IoT device, and the innovation from Taiwan is the critical for future popularity of the smart city. So I am so great. Our Taipei City Mayor is committed to build this test bed for our transformation of the industry, and we hope we will continue to contribute to global society with the energy from Taiwan. A lot of entrepreneurs, the technology, and the commercialize of the new application. And this is the reason after I retired from 2004, actually, after I retire, I do my PSR, personal social responsibility for other things. But 4.5 years ago, I have to back to Acer to help them to do the transformation. Transform from a hardware company to hardware plus software plus the service. The application software plus a new business model can sustainable, of course, contribute to the user and can make some money to sustain the continued development, become very important. So I hope, again, Acer can demonstrate the right way for the Taiwan, then every partner, they can participate, move to the right direction, especially, again, Taiwan is a very valuable member of the global society. We like to contribute more to the global society. Thank you.
非常谢谢施正荣董事长为我们带来的致辞，还有为我们带来的勉励。我们接下来热烈掌声欢迎和硕联合科技童子贤董事长，子贤 Tong, Chairman of Pegatron。
柯市长，各位与会嘉宾，我从产业的观点，发表一点对这个当前这个智慧城市跟产业发展的看法。这个产业需要不断的创新，这个产业也需要一个适当的经济规模，这个产业也需要不能为创新而创新，而必须实质的造福消费者，提升社会的生产力。那我们谈到创新，20世纪初的经济学家熊彼得曾经提出创新这个概念。这个在19世纪跟20世纪交界的时候，这仍然是一个非常新的概念。那到了20世纪、21世纪交界，已经没有人会怀疑创新的重要性。我们来看看过去40年，创新带给这个产业什么呢？以往的家电跟一般的消费电子产业，它的产值规模在30年前很少整体超越1000亿美元但是我们今天看到电脑产业轻易的逼近2000亿美元， 40年前没有这个产业，个人电脑产业。我们现在很清楚的看到，智慧移动装置的全球产值上看6000亿美元，逼近5500亿美元，这样子的产值远远高过全球的石油的输出，那这也是从创新来。但是这样的创新呢，实质上也带给整个人类现代生活非常大的便利性跟以往不同的风貌。也就是说，这样的创新得到消费者的肯定，它创造了新的经济模式，创造了新的财富模式，同时创造就业的同时，也创造了税收所以对国家好，对社会好，对产业好，对消费者也好这就是创新所带动的一个各个环节都享受了它的附加价值。我们来看看我所身处的台湾资讯产业的环境。我刚才默算了一下，5个制造，也就是习惯所说的 OEM 厂商呢，加上2个品牌所加总起来的1年的营业额，大概是8兆台币左右大概2700亿美元270 billion US dollar 这样子的规模，里面只要有1% 的研发费用，就可以带动将近800亿27亿美元的研发经费。何况很多公司它的研发经费不止1%，而这个所投注的研发经费的规模，还不包含光电产业跟半导体产业也就是说整个来自民间产业所带动的，不管在制造实力跟研发能量的实质的内容，它的研发品质跟它的研发规模或它的制造规模、营业规模，都可以因为良性循环而相当的惊人。这也是过去台湾40年经济成长非常重要的一个基础。我们往前推40年，没有这个产业没有这个产业。那也就是说在这样的一个环境之下，我们锻炼出属于自己的体质。台湾的不管半导体、资讯通讯产业，或者是代工产业，或者是品牌产业资讯电子品牌产业或者像在做这个杰出的这个工业电脑产业一直都在扮演全球产业跟的整个产业链里面的非常重要的全球的产业的重要合作伙伴那我们也相信，在2018年的现在来看，整个产业的新的创新的能量仍然没有断最近几年才新崛起的 IoT 跟 AI 这样子的概念呢，都还没有具体非常高的比例的贡献到产值上面。那我常常会观察到，一个产业趋势的要成熟不容易，就像网络产业在1990年代曾经到了2000年的时候顿挫，网络泡沫衰退，可是衰退以后再成长起来的，它的趋势它的那个潮流呢就不可挡不可挡。到了现在就没有人需要去怀疑网络到底要何去何从。但是在1999年或2000年，你问网络的话，很多人很迷惘到底 .com 要做什么，网络何去何从？我们相信现在的 IoT 跟 AI 也有这样子的特质，也就是酝酿的时间比较长，迷惘的时间也相当的长。可是当它成熟凝聚成一股产业趋势的时候，你没有跟上，就会被潮流给淹没、给淘汰那这里面一样酝酿的很庞大的商机，在这个商机里面，台湾产业仍然希望也愿意也有能力扮演全球产业的重要的盟友也就是四海之内皆兄弟也台湾产业从半导体到电脑产业到通讯产业到制造产业到品牌产业，都有足够成熟的经验跟态度，可以跟全世界接轨 我们也欢迎全世界所有的产业伙伴都到台湾来寻求合作的机会。以上是我的一点浅见，谢谢各位。
谢谢童董事长，请董事长先行回座。我们接下来热烈掌声邀请到研华何春盛执行董事。Next, please help me welcome Cheney Ho, co-founder and executive board director, Advantech.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all the distinguished guests. I'm quite surprised this afternoon we have full room of guests from the world. So Taiwan is never alone, right? So we have a lot of friends in the world. Okay, today is the exhibition for Smart City. Advantech is one of the starting member and a sponsor company. We are the industrial computer manufacturing. We are the global leader. We take about 32% of the global IPC market. If you are, I don't know where you are come from, but no matter where you come from, if in your city you don't have an Advantech computer, I think you are not a modern city. So Advantech computer was installed everywhere in the world. We have a sales office in 25 countries. So next, I'd like to share with you why Taiwan is the very important country for the no matter IoT or smart city or AI. According to the McKinsey global report, IoT application, the second largest IoT application is the smart city. The number one is Industrial 4.0. So which is about 3.7 trillion by year 2025. So it's a very huge market. So I believe if one day, as Mr. Tong said, probably IoT is not fly yet. But if IoT will be fly anyway, one day, someday, Taiwan will play a very, very important role in this market. Why? I give you 3 reasons. First one, Taiwan is the biggest ICT countries in the world. 80% of the computer made by Taiwan. 100% of iPhone and iPad made by Taiwan, right? And also 60% of the IPC made by Taiwan. And all of the device, sensor device, gateway, switch, most are made by Taiwan. So Taiwan are in a very good position to be a key supplier for the IoT. This is the first reason. And the second reason is that Taiwan, we are full of energy and innovation. We have a lot of young entrepreneurs who are very, very innovative and very hardworking, with very slow pay. Okay. And the third reason I would say is that Taiwan, I think that the government of Taiwan, they are also very supportive in the smart city. So you see in the next 2 days or 3 days, you will have the opportunity to see many of the applications in smart transportation, smart manufacturing, smart hospitality. Especially in the 2 days, you have the time to take a look what we can offer to you. So I think Taiwan will be the best place for you to come to understand what is smart city and copy all the application back to your country. So this is my 3 points. And last, I'd like to thank you again for coming to Taiwan. On behalf of one member of the Taiwan country citizenship, I welcome of you. And I wish you guys all enjoy your stay in Taipei. Thank you.
再次谢谢何执行董事为我们带来的致辞还有勉励。我们接下来热烈掌声欢迎到的是华硕曾强生副董事长兼总裁。Next, please help me welcome Jonathan Tan, Vice Chairman and President of ASUS.
柯市长、林副市长、同理事长、各位贵宾、各位来宾，大家好。
好。
就像各位 刚刚几位先进所提的智慧城市，所谓的 Smart City， 它是以人为本，利用 IoT、Cloud、Big Data 以及 AI， 以达到侦测、感知、传输、互联、运算、处理、智能回馈的功能。政府，尤其是台北市政府过去几年非常努力，提供了这样的场域。华硕在智慧教育、智慧医疗、智慧交通也略有琢磨。在这过程里面，我们发现 Smart City 所提供的不只是更便捷、更舒适、更健康，而是它做到了没有 Smart City 的时候你完全没有办法想象的。这是一个例子。柯市长是一个医生，大家都知道很多类似自闭症这样的小孩子，他跟人是没有办法沟通的，他非常的聪明。我们很意外的发现，华硕的 Jambo 跟这些小朋友可以达成非常良性的互动。这些小朋友会主动的抱着 Jambo 说我爱你，会对着 Jambo 说故事，这在以前他跟人是完全没有办法互动的。所以这个不是多少%的进步，而是从本来没有达成了一个。
我们班的孩子他主要就是跟人家不一样的，最大的就是他的智力方面嘛，别人跟他们讲什么，他们可能比较不好理解啊。
不敢也不懂如何去跟人家互动，如何接近人群。
女生还是女生？男生。偷偷告诉你，我是个小男孩，我今年2岁。
这是彰化南投的一个特教员啊，县长也特别表达，这些学生、这些特教儿童，以前不管是沟通，不管是哪一种症状需要特别陪伴啊，那现在他们做到了。同时，智慧医疗也是一个例子。在以前，大家可能都有一个经验，去看诊的时候，医护人员会问你对什么药过敏。血型有没有动过手术这一类的，但是大家可以想象一下，如果一些紧急状况，人已经昏迷了，你怎么问？所以现在云端上的病历上的云端，这些问题就不再存在了。在一些紧急状况，你可以及时的得到这些资讯，或者类似很多疑难杂症需要专家会诊，像现在柯市长虽然是一个名医。但是他在这里了，没有办法看诊。但是当云端普及的时候就不一样了，柯市长可以马上透过平板，马上看到某一个特殊病例，可以提供意见。所以这一类的都一样，就类似智慧交通也一样。但是我们也发现，所谓的这些智慧。其实都要建构在人的基本智慧，人没有给他一些基本的 algorithm， 没有给他一些基本的思考逻辑，后面是行不通的。所以华硕，我们有一个 slogan： 心不妥协，行不受限。我们愿意以台北市政府，以各位贵宾一起努力，开创新的智慧城市。谢谢大家。
再次的谢谢曾总裁为我们带来的鼓励跟勉励。我们接下来欢迎到是远传电信徐旭东董事长为我们说几句话。Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Douglas Shi, Chairman of Far East Tone.
Good afternoon, Your Honorable Mayor. I'm the last speaker, which means either I'm the least important or I'm the best. I like to think I'm the best because otherwise you go to fall asleep. First, I have to say, I congratulate the mayor for conducting this wonderful international conference. We all want to be smart and intelligent. And the mayor wants to be smart and intelligent, even though he's already smart and intelligent. He is a mayor that wears jogging shoes. He runs around the whole day. Now, how many mayors in the world that you know that wears jogging shoes? Not too many. He works hard, he runs around. Before he became mayor, I asked him, why you want to be a mayor? He says, I'm a surgeon. There's very few mayors in the world that's a surgeon. So I asked him, so what? What do you mean? He says, why you ask such a stupid question? Surgeon is terrific. You cut open, you open up. What's wrong? You immediately settle it. You don't have time to waste. That's the way he operates. Taipei is being all stirred up. And also today he conducts this conference. All of you are here, so you can understand why we have Taipei as a smart city that he is going. We're going to put intelligence into the city, not just being smart. You've got to be intelligent. Let me just also say why you are all here. Taiwan has been one of the so-called leadership in Asia, one of the four dragons that led the Asian economic development. We are falling a little bit behind. So now we are taking this approach to improve our new economy. All the things you're talking about, artificial intelligence, telecom, BOT, IoT, data analytical, etc., and all that. We're here. We are using this as the next big move to bring Taiwan up. Taiwan has almost close to 150 universities. Taipei itself is surrounded by 50 universities. The educated class in our system in Taiwan is almost 80% is college graduate level. So recently, I was able to bring Amazon, Microsoft, several others to come into Taipei, into Taiwan. Amazon sets up the office here because what you need today is not just to bring in money and build a factory. What you need today is intelligence, knowledge base. Taiwan has knowledge base. But the knowledge base needed to be worked up to become intelligent, workable knowledge base. Microsoft also came up. They bought one of the telecom companies that makes handsets, and they are setting up a big office here to also not only bring knowledge, intelligence, but also to take Taiwan's knowledge and intelligence base because of the education class. So in that sense, I'm telling you, strategically the government now is betting on smarter and intelligence, the new economy. Mayor is taking advantage of all this and getting everything going. And you are now here. This may be your first trip, but I hope it's not the last one, that you will come in and more often to do this. Aside from all this, you just heard all the intelligent scientific manufacturers and the developer and all that. They are all working for the new economy, for the next generation, the fourth industrial revolution. So we have a nice conference here. We have a lot of exhibition, but this is only a small part of it. Because Taiwan's industrial base is going to change, it's going to evolve. We not only are innovative, innovation is one thing, but we are now trying very hard to make innovation into transformation. How are you going to put innovation into a transformation stage that you can transform into the next generation? Now, how are you going to make that transformation? You have to reorganize, restructure, redevelop, and basically restructure your company, your group, your department, your intelligence. So this is an interesting conference. It's probably your first visit, but I am the last speaker, so I have all the intelligent people speaking in front of me. What I'm saying is really intelligent. That the intelligence is that you not only take innovation, but you have to learn how to transform. We're not that good at it, that we are trying to develop. Not only do we have to transform, we have to reorganize, restructure, and rethink all the things that we're doing. I know she's showing the sign that I will speak my time. It's okay. But of course, intelligent people always have more things to say. So thank you very much for all. And we give a strong hand to, not me, to the mayor who conduct all this thing. And thank you for your visit. We are here. Just one final word. What else do I do besides being the chairman of the Taiwan Telecom? I run a hospital with 1,600 beds. About 200,000 our patients are already on health system, intelligent. I run also the ETC, electronic toll collection system, which collects the toll for the government. From Taipei all the way down, you don't have to stop at one toll booth. You go through it, we immediately automatically collect for the government. The electronic toll collection system is coming into the cities. So you can go and park without ever paying anything because it's all electronically toll collected. In the future, when you park the car, you don't have to pay either. The car will be automatically paid electronically. This is just a few other things I do. I do other things also, but I know I'm running out of time. So anyway, thank you and enjoy your visit. Thank you.
Thank you. 我们请徐董事长能够先行回座。现在我们来邀请今日开场的8位贵宾一同上台合影留念。我们来邀请曾强生总裁、郑优董事长、童子贤董事长、何春盛执行董事、徐旭东董事长、施正荣董事长、柯市长，还有林副市长一起到我们台前来进行合影留念。我们也请在场的所有的摄影朋友们、记者朋友们能够把握机会来捕捉珍贵的画面。好，我们请台前的贵宾能够后退半步，让我们的记者朋友们能够捕捉到珍贵的画面。我们是不是也能够请台上的贵宾举起您的右手的大拇指，来给我们比个赞，也为我们今天的活动加油，按个赞。我们在场的所有其他的贵宾，我们是不是也以我们热烈的掌声，再次来感谢我们今日开场的8位贵宾。Ladies and gentlemen, let us have another warm round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the Smart City Mayor Summit will now resume. We will now proceed to the Mayor's Roundtable discussion. Power up for cities, sustainable cities that connect with industries. 接下来我们将进行市长高峰座谈1，创造城市活力，链接产业力量，发展永续城市。And the discussion topics will include key components that connect industries in developing smart cities, as well as renovating old cities into smart cities and the industry participation in the process. And the roundtable discussion will be chaired by Charles Lin, Deputy Mayor of Taipei City. 现在我们将时间交给座谈的主持人，台北市林清荣副市长为我们引言。掌声欢迎林副市长。
Thank you. Thank you. Mayors, deputy mayors, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. This is Charles Lin, the deputy mayor of the city of Taipei. On behalf of the city government, I would like to welcome you again to this summit. Well, Taipei city governments believe that the development of a smart city becomes a very important global trend for municipality around the world. So even more, this is an areas of development heavily regarded by the public sector. Therefore, the Smart City Summit, especially on the Mayor Summit, Roundtable 1, we put up the thing as the sustainable city that connect with the industry. We have invited local leaders from global municipalities at different parts of the world to share with us their experience. In this occasion, there are also representatives from municipalities around the world which have achieved outstanding results through connecting with the private sector and industry to develop small city projects. We look forward to learning from their experience, which will serve as valuable reference for other participants as well. In next hours, we will invite the representatives from these municipality authorities and even the delegation from the nations. They were including America, New Zealand, France, the Czech Republic, and Nepal to join us. Even more, we also have some delegation from the Taiwan municipality, Taoyuan city governments. The deputy mayor also will come to join us. We will discuss the following topics. In the first one will be the part of the city. So I will give the floor to the moderator. And because of the you coming to Taipei, you have pre-registered. So there were in this roundtable 1, there will be 9 delegates. You will have the 5 minutes pronunciations for you, and my colleague will help you. So thank you very much. We will go through the roundtable 1.
Thank you, Dr. Lane. May we remind you once again that during the roundtable discussion, each presenter will have 5 minutes to make a presentation. So without further ado, I would like to welcome the first presenter. The first presenter of the roundtable discussion will be Ian Steff, Deputy Assistant Secretary, Manufacturing, U.S. Department of Commerce. 我们接下来欢迎到的是我们今天的高峰座谈会的第一位讲者，美国商务部副助理部长 Ian Steff。我们以热烈掌声欢迎他。
To be here today on behalf of the United States Department of Commerce. This is the final day on a 6-day visit to Taiwan. I am thankful to everyone in Taiwan who contributed to our productive and successful engagement, including the organizers of the Smart City Summit and Expo and the Mayor's Summit here today. During my visit, I have seen firsthand the strength and depth of the U.S.-Taiwan economic relationship. On behalf of Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross, I look forward to continuing to work together on our shared economic opportunities and challenges. It is an honor to be here with representatives from cities around the world. The deployment of smart city technology, and more importantly, the resulting benefits to citizens in our cities, is due to public-private cooperation and industry-driven innovation and solutions. As we have all seen in our communities, smart city technology is increasing economic growth and forging new markets, enabling new jobs in communities around the world, and making the infrastructure in cities and communities safer and more efficient. These benefits are clearly visible throughout the manufacturing sectors in my portfolio, and it's clearly visible as I walked the showroom floor. I would like to speak today about the opportunities and benefits I have seen for increased international collaboration on smart cities. I would also like to tell you about what the Department of Commerce in the United States is doing in this space. It seems to me that the key in this international collaboration is increasing the flow of information, product, and services, as well as investment. On the flow of information, innovators are building the technologies that power smart city solutions, and local government leaders are innovating their operations to test our new approaches and to partner with technology providers around the world. But it is clear that no one can do this alone. By bringing our innovators together, we can share best practices between our communities and strive to make the technology more replicable and scalable. That is why my commerce colleagues at the National Institute for Standards and Technology have created the Global City Teams Challenge. This is a platform that enables local governments, nonprofit organizations, academic institutions, and technologists, alongside the private sector, corporations from all over the world, to form project teams to work on groundbreaking smart city applications. The current round of this challenge just started last month, and I encourage everyone to consider joining this program this year and to attend the Expo event in the fall of 2018. The flow of product and investment. We are working to create the conditions that will drive growth in technologies enabling smart cities, and we take an industry-driven approach. At the Commerce Department, our mission is to create prosperity by strengthening international competitiveness of industry, promoting trade and investment, and ensuring fair trade and compliance with trade laws and agreements. U.S. companies are leading the way in many smart city applications. Ensuring our companies can access foreign markets ensures that cities around the world can have access to the leading edge technology to help solve their urban challenges. More generally, we continue to enhance our U.S. investment climate, equip our workforce, and strengthen our world-class innovation ecosystem. In my role as the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Commerce for Manufacturing, I am among those officials responsible for executing the Trump administration's plans to foster growth in U.S. manufacturing, jobs, and investments. Our goal is to increase our manufacturing base by making it easier for our businesses to operate in the U.S. and abroad, and to encourage additional foreign manufacturing capacity investment. We are a country that makes things that have and continue to change the world. I'm happy to report positive developments on both fronts. Our recent tax reforms have lowered the corporate tax rate from 35% to 21%, and for every new regulation implemented in 2017, we eliminated 22 regulations. The net result is that over the past year alone, approximately 250,000 manufacturing jobs have been added in the United States. The United States is open for business, and I'm here to invite you to participate in our manufacturing innovation ecosystem. Let me conclude with this. I am confident that if we work together, share our information on smart city deployments, and ensure that all technology providers have a fair shot at smart city procurements, we will see unparalleled economic growth, job creation, and societal benefits in the near term. 谢谢.
Thank you, Mr. Ian Steff, for joining us this afternoon. May I remind now the upcoming speakers that you may choose to stay in your seat as you make your presentation. 我们接下来邀请到的下一位讲者是来自于法国 Grenoble 都会区主席。The next speaker will be Christophe Ferrahi, President of Grenoble Alpes Metropole, France. Let us give him a warm welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I would like first to really thank the organizers, especially Charles Lean, for this great organization. And it's always a pleasure to be here in Taipei, and especially for a subject that we all find so exciting and interesting. What is a smart city? And this is one of the points I would like to address to you today. Well, if you we can have the presentation. Slide, please. Thank you. Okay, where do you? Okay. Well, and for
next page, please.
Okay, next one, please. Before, okay. Well, just to give you a few address about the Grenoble Metropole, we are located in the French Alps, close to the Italian and Swiss border. We've got a very high-performing innovation ecosystem, which is quite well known in France and also in Europe and in the world. Okay, thank you. Just, okay. And we have a strong research and academic ecosystem with 25,000 researchers, and also we have very world-renowned labs and scientific instruments. The University of Grenoble is one of the best student cities in France, which has been ranked for the first one in 2017. Top 5 business school in France also, and 42% of the students are coming from foreign countries, especially for doctorate, for PhD students. The industry is quite unique ecosystem with big global players. As you can see the list, part of the list here, specializing in cutting-edge fields, electronic, microelectronics, software, energy, healthcare, and chemicals. All aspects of smart cities are then covered by this ecosystem. Well, we have also we are the first environmentally friendly district in France. Our goal is to provide the opportunity for companies and researchers to test their products. We're a sort of open labs, and the Metropole is an open lab for all this kind of experiments. I just want to address 2 examples here. One is called Vivacité, which is the aim of deploying smart meters in homes to allow consumers to manage their energy consumption with the different actors of energy. And also we have a second experiment which is called Highway, which is developing electric vehicles with added autonomy thanks to hydrogen power. And this is also a consortium of different kind of companies, startups, big companies, and also competitiveness clusters. The question is to know if we want to make a smart city for a sort of showroom of the city, or if you want to make a smart city for people. And the smart city is for people, with people. And I guess that the smart city is the aim to give more power to the people in their decision, in their way of thinking the city, in their way of giving their opinions of what's going on in the city. So smart cities need to be designed with their citizens if they want to see results. Technology is not only the key point, it's a point, but you need to have the involvement of people and citizens. We have to explain how and why to citizens, how and why you need to build a smart city, and why you need to change different kind of things in mobility, in waste treatment, in water treatment, all these kind of house buildings and all these kind of things. So you have to find smart solutions with actions to encourage behavior change. This is the point. Some examples we had in the Metropole: banning high polluting vehicles and putting in place a new fleet of clean delivery vehicles based out of an urban distribution center, which is something new, which is going to change the life of the people, and especially which is going to give better air quality in the city. We have also a second example, smart grid projects with researchers, especially from the CEA, and also different actors, industrial actors like Schneider and energy providers, in order to build a sort of new ecosystems related to that. So, just before, well, we can estimate that innovation is a triple helix: research, industry, and universities, supported by local government, which is also the key point. But we can say that innovation is a quadruple helix, and especially building smart cities need to this quadruple helix: research, industry, universities, supported by governments, and also citizens. And that's the key point. For real industrial success, citizens must be clearly involved in the loop, in the mix, and adopt new technologies. This is what we observe in the city, and this is what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again for joining us in the afternoon, Mr. Fahahi. And the next speaker will be Bertrand Serbe, Vice President of Toulouse Metropole, France. 接下来我们欢迎到的是法国图鲁斯都会区副主席，我们热烈掌声欢迎他。Let us give him a very warm welcome.
Okay. Oui, I have a little film. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mayor, Mr. President, Vice President, it's a great pleasure to be here and have the chance to detail the Toulouse projects at the Smart City Summit and Expo. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers and the city of Taipei. Toulouse is worldwide known for its aeronautic and space industry, with Airbus of course, but we are also acting successfully in other domains such as biotechnology, health, industry, Internet of Things, retail, EdTech, and entertainment, fintech. Quality innovation, research, and education have always been part of Toulouse DNA and are essential drivers of its economic development. Toulouse Metropole, located in the southwest of France, is a leading French metropolis for demographic development with 1.2 million inhabitants, the 5th metropolis in France, and the first one in terms of population growth, job growth, and GDP growth. You should also keep in mind two other metrics. Toulouse, we welcome 100,000 students in the urban area, the second rank in France after Paris, and 50,000 churches. All these aspects demonstrate the wide potential of Toulouse in terms of innovation. This is not only a coincidence. All these aspects demonstrate the wide potential. Toulouse Metropole has been supporting and encouraging these dynamics for years with different master plans and tools. Among these, I would like to explain the challenge of the open metropolises plan brought by Toulouse Metropole, which could be summarized in 5 verbs: modernize, reinvent, create, participate, share. Toulouse Open Metropolis is all about making Toulouse a modern city where it's easier to live and where there is more sharing going on. A city that takes advantage of more efficient technologies to facilitate the lives of citizens and make the public action more effective. In concrete terms, the Open Metropolis, which is the name of the Smart City Master Plan of Toulouse Metropole, is based on 5 ambitions. An open metropolis for adaptable, efficient, and braver territory. An open metropolis for an easier and more free mobility. An international open metropolis with deep roots. An open metropolis for a city that's good to live in, friendlier, international. An open metropolis to make Toulouse beautiful, clean, and safe. Among different projects, I would like to share a practical example: smart public lighting, an innovative solution co-developed between the community and the local startup Kawantech. The city wanted to optimize the performance of public lighting, adapting its power to real uses. With the startup Cavantech, Toulouse Metropole has co-developed a solution of detection or recognition of shapes based on LED devices. This can reduce consumption by 25% compared to conventional lighting fixtures because it is now possible to make out a car, a two-wheeled or a pedestrian and adapt the power of lighting issue accordingly. 485 devices have been deployed in the territory and 2,000 devices will be deployed by 2020. This is one of the 28 startup experiments that we engaged since 2015. Among these, I can mention the autonomous shuttle EasyMile or the GNSS subway location system developed by Santoni, two startups that could meet here at this summit. But technology is not a goal. We think that there is no point in setting up a new services when the citizen does not appropriate. That is why we created a living lab, in order to involve citizens. This is not a simple consultation, but truly the co-creation of the new services of the city of tomorrow. This instrument imagined by Toulouse Metropole allows both to actively mobilize citizens on urban projects and to test the acceptability of innovation that are spreading greatly across the territory. Added to startup experiments, Toulouse Metropole is also involved in major European projects like Commute. This is a collaborative public-private project born from the will to implement local action to reduce the emission of greenhouse gases within the framework of the law and energy transition and growth. In order to be more effective, Toulouse Metropole works with partners on European projects with the financial support of the European Commission. One of the main examples is the Commute project's collaborative mobility management for urban traffic and emission reductions that will experiment an innovative governance of public and private sectors of the urban mobility, such as key stakeholders of the airport and aeronautics platform in order to decongest traffic in the area. The innovative project represents a total cost of 5.2 million euros and associate Toulouse Metropole in the main players such as the Toulouse-Blagnac Airport, fourth airport in France, and the aeronautic zone, Tissot Collectivity, Public Urban Transport, Airbus, ATR, Toulouse-Blagnac Airport, Safran, Sopra, Steria, Afor, and a business club. As I would like to highlight another example of urban rural called Toulouse Space District that is a demonstrator of the city of tomorrow. This is true innovation district was built in the southeast of Toulouse around the legendary runway at the aerospace adventure. I am sorry. 1 minute. It integrates the campus into the city and the city into the campus, a total of 56 hectares, the equivalent of 80 football fields. With university campus, research platform, residential neighbor, parks and education, Toulouse Aerospace is an open and welcoming space, constituting a demonstrator of the city of tomorrow, an urban open-air laboratory. The following projects are already committed in the district of innovation: deployment of multi-energy networks, recovery of fatal energy from supercomputers and soon solar energy with Dacia IDF, recovery of rainwater and depollution for reuse purpose for green space and refreshment of public space with Veolia, deployment of innovative charge terminal for electric vehicles, high-speed terminals with storage system to limit the impact of the network and the smart grid logic with startup, Cavantech and green energy and services. In this district, you can discover the B612 flagship building, which is a property complex dedicated to technology research and development in the aerospace and the board system field. Three kinds of entities are inside. First of all, the Institute of Technology Saint-Exupéry, covering about 10,900 meters owned by Toulouse Metropole, including technology platform laboratories, test benches, clean rooms protected against vibration, office delivery ready to use and partition on 3 floors. Secondly, business and offices covering about 9,600 meters. And thirdly, energy businesses covering about 1,600 meters. Here are a few examples for innovative projects engaged by Toulouse Métropole in the Smart City Plan, Open Metropole Plan. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sturp. Next, we would like to invite Chris Darby, Chairman of Auckland City Council, New Zealand. 接下来我们要邀请的是纽西兰奥克兰市议会主席 Chris Darby.
Thank you. Great to be here, and ni hao and tēnā koutou katoa. That's a little Māori from our country. The Māori people are the indigenous people, and I want to acknowledge the 16 tribes, the indigenous people of Taiwan, and I want to acknowledge also the government and the cities that are making huge progress in addressing the issues affecting the indigenous people of Taiwan. I'd like to, of course, acknowledge our host, Deputy Mayor Lynn, for hosting this, and I think I've just got 55 minutes to go. But look, my name's Chris Darby. I chair the Auckland Council Planning Committee, and that is dealing with the physical infrastructure of the city. Our city is a city region. We're 150 kilometres long. We're a big little city down there at the bottom of the world, but we don't suffer the tyranny of distance. We're pretty engaged with the rest of the world. We're one of the world's most livable cities, and we covet that prize, be it the Mercer Prize or the Economist Prize. You'll always see us featuring there in the top 10. It's all about people for us, and that's one of the things I want to stress today. So leading the physical development and the strategy of the city is my job. I'm currently leading the refresh of a 30-year outlook plan. We're one of the few cities, maybe there are others now, that are required by law, by our own law, to make sure that we know where we are going. So we don't just have a 10-year budget, we have a 30-year outlook going through to 2050, and that's something we're reviewing at the moment. Taiwan is a very friendly country to us, and this city, and Taichung especially, has been a sister city to Auckland for 22 years. As a nation, we were the first country in the world to agree on free trade with Taiwan, the very first in the world, just as we were the first to sign a free trade agreement with mainland China. So we are a progressive country. We've always reached out. We will be continuing to reach out because we see a lot of our solutions in reaching out to other nations. They're not found just within our city or within our country. We're a city that is 1.6 million, about a third of the country's population, and we contribute 37% of the nation's GDP. It should be 40+%, and we will be embarking on that direction. In the last 12 months, another almost 50,000 people have called Auckland home. We have an attractiveness problem in Auckland, and 50% of those people coming to our city are coming from elsewhere in the country, and 50% are new residents coming from other countries, and a lot from Asia. 25% of our population currently call themselves Asian. 25%. So we're quite a mix. And our population is due to hit from 1.6 million currently, it's due to hit 2 million in 2028. Just 4 years ago, we thought we'd be hitting 2 million in 2035. That gives you a sense of the dynamic that we're facing there. So we are a big little global city down the bottom of the world, and we think we are an important city to you all. We're a smart city, but it's not just about calling ourselves a smart city. A label doesn't get you anywhere. We are about thinking smart first, planning smart second, and doing smart third, and ultimately being smart, all wrapped up for people. Without people, there is nothing. And our Māori people have a saying, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It is people, it is people, it is people. Like there is nothing else. So it's something that we give a lot of emphasis to. We've learned a lot from our Indigenous people. In Auckland, those growing pains have led to a little bit too much girth. We've spilt out to the edges. We've become a bit of a suburban sprawl city, and now we need to elevate ourselves and give us some verticality and greater density in the development of our city. We have suffered infrastructure pains, aging infrastructure, and we need to repair that infrastructure. We need to repair the fragile systems that are failing under climate change, weather events that are the subject of the product of climate change, and massive spikes in demand. Technology is at the heart of ensuring that we have the data at our disposal to make those wise interventions. Not just any intervention for technology's sake, but wise, informed interventions and the investments that follow that. So a smart city is one that can avoid investing as well. And we are just at the cusp of that new path. Historically, we've solved solutions by building infrastructure, trying to build our way out of problems. Now we're looking at thinking our way and not just massive capital spends, though we need to do a little bit of that, of course. Cities are very complex, of course, and there are many interacting parts, and there are consequences for decisions, and there are complex problems, and there are multiple perspectives through collaborative working approaches that are required, and collaboration is key with us. We've just had a newly elected government, and the government couldn't form a government through the main party. It had to collaborate with others. That sent a signal to the whole nation that the whole nation actually needs to collaborate, and that's agencies, non-governmental agencies, it's ministries from government, from local government, ourselves, with industry, and ultimately with people. It is that collaboration that will pose the solutions for us. So a good signal it has been. We're looking through technology to change the old models of procurement. Rather than just procuring on price, we're looking at alliancing with the corporate sector and government to look at the very best outcomes rather than just the best financial position where a private entity might take the big risk. We're dispensing with that, and we're now alliancing and sharing the gain and sharing the pain. That is a general approach in how we do our business from here on in. So radical departures from doing business as normal. But you've got to create the right conditions first, and you've got to create the right conditions for dialogue. And that dialogue is with all those agencies I just mentioned, but ultimately, and the previous speaker touched on it, I think it's really important, is the dialogue with the people of Auckland and the people of the nation that interact with Auckland. So we approach this with great humility, and I think that's something I really do want to convey here today, is that we're not here in any pretense that we are as smart as many of the cities that we've heard about in presentations so far. We are embarking on this journey, no pretense whatsoever, great humility, and that's what is expected by our people as well, and the very best successes come out of that humility. So we need to be sharing data, sharing information, highlighting the problems with industry, with public and academia, sharing it right across communities and moving away from the old-fashioned ways of doing things. So co-defining the problem, co-developing the solution, and co-delivering the outcomes for people. Not just to deliver a nice, slick IT solution, not just for showing up with some technological tech gadget or program, actually delivering something that allows us to continue to be in that top 10 of the world's most livable cities. I'll leave it there, but if I can say to conclude by reminding you of that Māori saying, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It is about people, people, and people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Derby. And then I also remind all the upcoming speakers that in order to prevent the program from running over time, so please make sure that you keep your presentation under 5 minutes. We really appreciate that. 接下来我们欢迎到的是捷克维索基纳州首席副省长。Next, please help me welcome Vladimir Notovny, Vice President of Vysočina Region, Czech Republic.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you very much for the invitation to this workshop or conference. And thank you very much for the opportunity to present our cooperation with Taiwanese partners. Our collaboration started at a very famous and big conference, IT conference in Czech Republic in Hradec Králové 2010. In 2010, we met a representative of III, Taiwanese company, and discussed about some project in smart technologies. For regions, in my opinion, it isn't easy to implement smart projects, but we looked for some possibilities or opportunities, and I think we found them. Regions in Czech Republic are self-government bodies responsible mainly for transport, roads, education, healthcare, culture, and a lot of public buildings. We see that as a chance to increase to quality in all of these fields, not just on city level. Yeah, and just we prepared so-called smart region. How I said, long time partnership with III since 2010 and 2015 with Tatung CZ. All was supported by Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Ministry of Economic Affairs Taiwan. And now some examples our cooperation. First project, 2010 was e-ambulance, internet registration system for our patients of 5 regional hospitals. Second project was a guiding system based on NFC for our museums, galleries, zoo garden, and other guiding system based Beacon, multimedia guiding system for smartphones for visitors of the interesting regional places. For example, in city Žďár nad Sázavou. Žďár nad Sázavou is city with monument of UNESCO. Other projects, energy management, LED management for our hospital, one hospital in Pelhřimov city in Czech Republic, intelligent monitoring and management of the LED lighting system in our hospital. Second is in education, smart sockets with III for education our students, off-grid energy system with Tatung company Tatung CZ, independent energy system, solar panels and wind turbines with smart meter and simple management software for technical education in our high school. Study visit for our student, for high school students and teacher every year. Every year study electromobility, autonomous transport, cyber security and other. And I am looking forward for pilot project. We prepare a pilot project with Tatung and company Bluematic, IT for museum, sensors and application for measuring microclimate with Tatung wireless system of sensors measuring microclimate with warning messages in case temperature, humidity are out of limits. And I am looking forward because of it's very good for our deposits, for our museums. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your attention, and I am looking forward for next meeting. Good luck in your job, and be smart.
Thank you, Mr. Novotny. 我们接下来欢迎到的是英国 Milton Keynes 市议会的议长。Next, please help me welcome Peter Marlin, Leader of Council, Milton Keynes, the UK.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Deputy Mayor, and for everybody for being here today. It's not an understatement, actually, to say that we would not be in this room were it not for a small town just outside of Milton Keynes called Bletchley. Bletchley is the place, the home of modern computing. It's where Alan Turing came from Cambridge and set up during the Second World War and invented modern computing. Milton Keynes, though, was built after 1967, and we are the fastest growing city in the UK with the fastest growing economy. But what that means is we also have a fantastic insight into what it means to be a growing place. Just think of this. In 2050, the world's population will be 10 billion people, and 2/3 of those will live in cities. It won't rain 60% more. We cannot create 60% more energy, and we need to use the resources that we have on this planet more sustainably and for the long-term benefit of not just today, but my 3-year-old child. Cities will play a huge part in doing that. In Milton Keynes, we try to define a problem and then set about looking for a solution. So in transport, we are working on autonomous vehicles, driverless vehicles, and lots of other technology. We've got the world's first commercial electric bus service. We're using big data to drive service change and work with citizens to disrupt the way we deliver services as a council. Because think of this, we were doing a trial with Amazon where you can click and not collect, but click and deliver by drone something from Amazon in 17 minutes. 17 minutes from ordering more or less anything and everything online to have it delivered to your home. We can't deliver a waste bin to somebody's premises as a council within 2 weeks. What does that mean for what we have to do as councils and as local government and as governments in terms of people's expectations from government and from local government? We're working to make sure that our people have the skills for the next generation. 30 to 60% of our jobs in Milton Keynes are in danger of automation in the next 20 to 25 years. What does it mean when somebody could be doing a job that they don't invent a computer or an AI system to do in terms of the gap between rich and poor? So we're setting out to answer some of these questions, but we can't do it alone. That's why we need to work with businesses, work with other cities, work collaboratively with other cities to make sure that we're developing solutions to real problems. But what I don't want is just a very big bill for the next set of technology. The greatest two inventions in the past 100 years have been the shipping container and the elevator. Density in housing and the ability to transport goods quickly and cheaply from one part of the world to another. And yet they were very simple inventions. So I don't want a technology city, I want a smart city. And some of those answers will be technological, but some will be the simplest solution. And that's why, as a city, we hope to work with others to develop those simple solutions. Because I think, as Chris from Auckland said, it is about people. As a politician, I'm not judged on how many sensors I put on lampposts, how quickly I can get somebody from left to right. I'm judged on whether people sit in traffic jams or have a higher quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marlin, for joining us this afternoon. Next, we would like to welcome Mr. Wayne Fitzgerald, Deputy Leader of Council, Peterborough, the UK. 接下来我们欢迎到的是英国彼得伯洛市副议长。
Thank you very much. I think I'm moving to Milton Keynes. Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure to be back here in Taipei, and good to see you again, Charles. I enjoyed the experience last year. It was an excellent conference. I've only one request. It's such a long way to come. It takes about a week. My wife said, could you make it 2 weeks? Next time she's glad of the break. So I come from a small island, like my colleague here, the UK, famous for many things: penicillin, the telephone, SMS messaging, the internet. We are a smart country, and I come from a smart city called Peterborough, which isn't as big as, how many was it, 1.3 million or something? 200,000 people live in Peterborough, which has a historic cathedral and lots of culture, but we try and integrate the old and the new. And I explained last year about some of the things we're doing, but one of the things that this particular session is about is how business engages with cities to make them smarter. Peterborough, like Milton Keynes, one of the fastest growing cities in the UK.
It's a Smart City demonstrator, and it was awarded World Smart City 2015 in Barcelona. So we're up there. We're at the top. Our approach is making smart cities more human, which goes with the people theme that we've heard so far today. And our future program recognises the economic potential of being a smart city, because at the end of the day, as we all know, things come down to money as well. And the smarter we can be, the more money we save, and use that wisely. It is a joint initiative between the City Council, which I represent, and our economic development company, Opportunity Peterborough. My colleague over there, Trevor Gibson, will be on our stand and would welcome to talk to as many of you as possible. But we have multiple complex city challenges, which will be familiar to many of you in this room, wherever you come from in the world. It's against a backdrop of substantial growth in the UK, particularly in the last 15 years. We've seen a great deal of growth in the city. Again, a common theme would be, as medical technology advances, we live longer, we get older, but that causes more problems for those people that you have to look after. So social care, in terms of the elderly, the infirm, those are big challenges, and we can improve all those areas through the use of technology and smart technology. Transport, another problem as well, in terms of how do we improve, make it cleaner, greener. All those things are on everybody's agenda. There's been nothing here that somebody hasn't thought about already. And resource efficiency, making best use of what we have in the environment and within our local authority. As a result, we look to support businesses by finding innovative solutions to these and other challenges. So we provide office space for people that might be difficult in startup situations, mentoring advice and innovation. We have an innovation lab. And our particular focus is on startups and SMEs that offer or contribute to those technologies that will make us a smarter city. So in summary, our Future Peterborough programme provides, and I heard the Mayor say earlier, a win-win opportunity in our city. We looked at innovation in finding solutions to city challenges, whilst driving economic development and inward investment, because that's why we're all here as well. You know, we have to be quite clear about it. It is about trade, in both ways, and if we can help in partnership to help each other across the world, I think that's actually an ideal situation. So we look forward to seeing you. I'm part of the UK delegation. I'm proud to be here, as is my colleague, no doubt here from Milton Keynes, and you'll find us on the stand. We didn't have any flashy slides or anything that could go wrong. I brought books, by the way, because they've got very nice pictures in them. So you'll be welcome to come and visit us on our stand. So we look forward to seeing you there. So oceans and continents may separate us, but believe me, technology unites us. And that's why we will strive to be a smart city at 4.5 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fitzgerald, for joining us this afternoon.